we're here today for the final two races of WOR Season 11 here on Xbox One Tier 5. And yep, the penultimate round of the season then is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. As I said last time out, it was meant to be Saudi Arabia, but there's some kind of glitch for the game, so we're not doing that one. And we're here instead. And I go into this one instead on the grid, Limpjet on pole, but he's got a 48 point lead, so I need to win both these two races and hope that Limpjet does not score more than a point in these last two races. So it's going to be a very tough ask here as we are now lined up on the grid. We do have a decent chance, I guess, from third here, so we really just need to nail this start if we can. As we're on the grid now then, the lights are coming on. And we are away then, and well, no we're not, because just a massive lag spike, and we're already then dropping out of the points here then, in fact, towards the first corner. So yeah, just absolutely not the start we needed then. And yeah, just having quite a lot of connection issues here by the looks of things. It seemed that like literally right after the Imola race I started having issues with my internet, and yeah, it's just very frustrating here that by like a week later it's resolved itself here really. And well, we've got a lot of work to do now then, if at all possible, to try and recover something in this race, because yeah, down to 10th place already then. It's looking so good. That was one of our best qualifyings of the season, then up in third. I think we qualified second in Bahrain in the first race, but that was probably our second best qualifying then that we just had there. And yeah, it's gone wrong almost straight away then. We're going to get another place there because Amazed is off the road there then. And it's really weird to look at this old layout now then, even though it was only a couple of weeks ago, but like compared to the well, the new Abu Dhabi layout, which obviously is in the game, because yeah, another thing about this game that was unfinished really when it came out. But yeah, we're just having more and more lag spikes here, and we're dropping down to 12th now then, so it's just getting harder and harder for us to have any kind of chance of, you know, fighting back in this race. And if you've been around on my channel for a while, then well, you'll know that, you know, title deciders, or you know, potential title deciders and connection issues tend to go hand in hand really. As I mean, what on earth is going on here? We've been flung up in the air. I have no idea if that even happened on either Bybin or Amaze screen there, but it's like, I don't know, I wasn't there for them. They sort of just like drove through me and like flung me up in the air. Just ridiculous connection issues here. And yeah, Peanut is going through now. We're literally in last place. So at this point I just thought I'd just like pause the game, was trying to like resolve the internet issues I was having, trying to switch like some cables around, and yeah, it wasn't reworking. I ended up disconnecting. I did finally manage to rejoin all the way until lap 17 it was, and I finally got going again and taking control. There was a safety car in that time, so I wasn't miles off. I was still at least on the lead lap and sort of within about, you know, a sector of everyone else, so I wasn't miles off. And you know, if there was another safety car I would have had a chance here, but yeah, it just doesn't seem to be really much chance. And then I have a spin here anyway, as my tyres were overheating there. So yeah, this was just a rather miserable race here then. Reminded me a lot of Rosberg in 2014, just when he was having all the issues and dropping out of the points, but I sort of like still just wanted to keep on going, you know, just in case, you know, something miraculous did happen here. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case then. We've had some cars in the pits then to go on to fresh soft tyres at the end, so we're up to 12th here, but we're under pressure now then from Coda. We've got a chance here maybe of catching Pingu. He's 8 seconds ahead with a 6-second penalty, so if we keep it clean then we could pass him at the end. But yeah, Coda goes through. Pingu does actually end up pitting then, so this is a battle then for 11th at the moment then, and Coda does have a penalty and his soft tyres are dropping off then already, so it does look like we have a good chance here then of actually recovering this position. And if there's another incident up in front of us, then there could well still be a chance here of scoring a point maybe. Obviously it won't be enough. We literally need to win the race to have any kind of chance of staying in the title fight, so obviously it's not going to be enough, but still to get something from this race would still be good. And in fact we may still have a chance then as we start the final lap, because Liam has had an off there up in front of us there, and he has a 12-second penalty, so we've got a very good chance of being ahead of him then at the checkered flag. And we are still holding off Coda here, and he has a 3-second penalty as well, so still looking pretty good for us here then to possibly get a point as well. There's confirmation of the title there for Limpjet with that win. And yeah, Liam's gone deep then. Coda's overtaken us here into the chicane, but well, we've just dropped it on our own there and thrown it away basically. Thrown away. Well, we finally managed to recover a point, and then as soon as we got it, we threw it away almost just as suddenly as we got it. And yeah, they're well clear. Our tyres once again then are overheated and dirty there. We've just thrown it off the road in what isn't even really a corner there. But yeah, that just sort of summed up our race really. Just one disappointment after another really, and really frustrating that it had to end this way in the title fight, especially as I was having a really consistent season up to this point. Obviously we crashed out of the first race, but after that it was just very consistent top 5 finishes every single time, and sadly, you know, connection issues and some other stuff here really messed this one up a lot. And yeah, we ended up not even scoring a point in the end then in a race that we needed to score 4 points over the championship leader. But nonetheless then Limpjet took the win anyway, so even if I had been up there it wouldn't have made a difference today. So yeah, Limpjet takes the win then, and as a deserved title there. So yeah, well done to him for that then. And yeah, we'll have one more race then just to go out and enjoy, I guess, before this season wraps up then. So you see then it was Slapbus yet again in second place. I believe that's 3 in a row for him there then in second. Alex is third, and yeah, Amazed, Callum, Ben, TLR10, Chris, AVS Fan and Coda round out the points there. So yeah, rather miserable penultimate round of the season then, and just one race left to go. And here we are now then for the final round of this season, the Brazilian Grand Prix, the 13th and final round of this WOR season. And it really has been a very enjoyable season then. Obviously it hasn't quite ended in the way we wanted, but I never really went into the season thinking that, you know, I'd be fighting for the title really. As I said, I think way back then, like, I literally just wanted to join us to just enjoy having some races really. I don't really put a lot of work into, you know, like setups and like practicing all the right strategies for this. So like it didn't really matter to me like what tier I was in, like what position I was, you know, fighting for in these races. So actually been up the field then, as I say, you know, getting consistent top 5 finishes. You know, we've even won a race as well this season. So yeah, to have had those were just bonuses really. And I've overall really just really enjoyed the racing in this league. There's been, you know, a lot of good drivers here, and yeah, just wanted to have one last hurrah really to round off this season. I was having a slightly better internet this time around, so I was hopeful that it would last for the rest of this race here. My pace didn't actually look pretty good here though. I went 10th on this lap, and then I decided that I wasn't going to improve on that, so I decided to save a set of soft tyres there. And yeah, just decided to start on some fresh tyres instead. And yeah, we're 14th then in qualifying. Nomad then got the final pole position of the season with Astro then, who I believe who's making his debut there, second on the grid, and Liam there in third. And Limpjet didn't actually take part in this. I believe he took part in the tier 3 race instead, as there was a spot there. So yeah, I guess it's all to play for really with him not being on the grid. Now, I was going to start here on mediums. I was thinking of going over to softs here, but the game didn't think that was possible. But I was just going to see what happened here. If the tyre wear was bad, then I would go over to hards just instead. But yeah, I was going to see if the tyres would last and if I could go on to softs near the end and go for yeah, a push stint right at the end. Because obviously I did save a set of soft tyres there at the end of qualifying by not going out for a final run. So yeah, I would have used those if that was how the strategy worked out. But yeah, we'll see what we can do then. We're well down the grid then. It's been our worst qualifying for sure in 14th, but as I say, I think we can make up for it here hopefully in the race then with our strategy. As yeah, we're on the grid now then, and just waiting for the lights now then. The lights are coming on now, and we are away then for the final time this season, and it's been quite a slow start there. Then Coda's had a very good launch next to us there. We've got a nice gap here though on the inside, so we're going to just stick to this line and rep the inside of Chris here then. And we're a little bit wide there in turn 2, so we may lose out a little bit here, but we've got Astro there actually out of shape there from the front row, so that's a couple of places gained for us then off the start. So we didn't get the best initial launch there, but we've managed to recover it here then and yeah, we're up into 12th for the time being. Once again though, just for a brief moment here, I was having some connection issues once again. You can see just everyone is red barring for me at this point, which was a bit annoying here, but thankfully that did go away. As yeah, we saw a little bit of a gap there alongside Alex on the outside, and it sort of somehow just worked there. I don't know how, but we managed to get through and up into 11th position here. We're going to have to try and defend the position now then from, I believe it's Astro, and that's now up to 12th there then. But yeah, we managed to make it stick there, and we're up to 11th then at the end of this first lap, as we skip on to lap 2 now then, where unsurprisingly then Astro is now putting the pressure on us here. Obviously he started on the front row, but something happened to him in those first couple of corners that made him drop back. And he's running outside in turn 4 here. We're managing to just about hang on, but he's going to have the inside line now for turn 6, and he should have this one done then, and he is indeed going to get through then and up into 11th place. For us, we'll just have to try and stick with RJ if we can, because obviously he's on the medium tyres there, on the same strategy as us, so obviously yeah, he'll be someone who will be looking to try and compare pace with, really, because obviously Astro is on the much quicker tyres there. Well, not much quicker, but obviously quicker tyres, and his pace was good, so yeah, we weren't really expecting to challenge him. As Nomad then, the pulse hitter, crashed out, and that brings out a virtual safety car here then. So yeah, we weren't quite able there to challenge RJ towards turn 4. As yeah, we're back racing now then though on the next lap, and we are still quite close here to RJ, so we may have a chance, but he will have DRS on Astro. That said, we did have a good run though through the first few corners, so we could still have a chance. He's trying to squeeze his head to the inside. We're going to stick to our line though and go at the inside, and I think we've done just about enough there to take the position then, and we're up into the points places then, and I believe we're the highest of the medium tyres runners at this point, so yeah, it's not going too bad for us at this stage then. We'll just have to see what our pace is like compared to the soft tyre runners, and to be honest at this point it wasn't really that great, as here comes Amaze then. He was one of the few people who started on the soft tyres who were outside the top 10, but he's now charging through then and up into the top 10 he goes. But yeah, as I was saying then, the medium tyre pace wasn't too great at the moment then, but what the good news for us though was that there was quite a train there up at the front. It was all very close then between the soft tyre runners, and Astro and Amaze, their progress certainly got halted a lot here. So they pulled away initially, but then it really sort of started to stabilise there at around about 2.5 seconds, which was good for us there then. As we get on to lap 10 now then, where we're starting to catch back up to the soft tyre runners now then. It's Bybin who is first up then in the Aston Martin, and we'll see if we can get close enough here then to make the move towards turn 4. We're going to have DRS here. We were quite a way back, but we managed to reel him in here, and we're going to look to the inside, and we just weren't quite close enough on that occasion. It's all gone off there up in front of us there. Our teammate is one of them who's involved here with 3 wide for a brief moment, but yeah, that's obviously very good for us if all the soft tyre runners are continuing to battle here, because it just allows us to close back up then as this didn't goes on. TLR 10 is in quite early for a stop. That suggests possibly a 2 stop here, or going over to hard tyres quite early for a 1 stop, I would think there. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out, as we're now very close into Bybin. He does have DRS here, but we're very close to the back of him, and yeah, it was quite straightforward in the end then to get the move done up the inside into turn 4, and we're up into 9th place then for the time being. But yeah, we certainly do seem to be reeling in some of the soft tyre runners again here, as we've got Bybin in, Pingu is in, so we're up into 7th place now then for the time being. And yeah, less than a second now then behind Levy here then in the other Alpines, so we could well be seeing a swap of positions quite soon here then, as no cars in on that lap then. We stay in 7th for the time being, but we're certainly reeling in our teammate now then, and it's surely only a matter of time now then before we go through now then. But we should have DRS here then towards turn 4, so yeah, we should hopefully now then get one done quite comfortably, especially as he seemed to be out of ERS there. So yeah, that was quite straightforward in the end then. I've been to P6, and yeah, just a couple of seconds now and still behind Astro and Amaze, so we've really not lost that much apart from, you know, those initial few laps when they were pulling away when the soft tyres were still new. So yeah, we haven't really lost too much there, but just the problem was that our tyre wear was quite high as well, so we've got Alex and Slapbus coming in now then from the soft tyres to go over to mediums presumably, but we're going to have to go from mediums to hard here because just our tyre wear is too bad to be able to well, extend the stint and go over to softs here. So yeah, we're running a bit more conservative than probably a lot of the cars around us here, but hopefully it'll work out for us then. We should be able to push a lot more then on these hard tyres without worrying about them dropping off here. I imagine some of the cars that are on mediums, it's going to be a bit nervy for them towards the end here then with the tyre wear. So we should be at least comfortable on these tyres till the end, and we'll just have to see how things play out then as we rejoin then in 12th position. And yeah, we'll just have to see now then what we can do on these tyres. As yeah, we see then TLR10 has spun off there then in the, well, it's the last proper corner really on this track, and that moves up then into 11th position for the time being. As we see FGE Alex then, I think he's another debutant in this race then. He's in the pits now then. I believe he's one of the few people doing that reverse strategy of medium to soft here, so I guess his tyre wear was good enough to do that. But we'll see how it plays out, I guess, as we're up into the points places now then. Just a second behind ABS Fan, so hopefully we will be overtaking him soon. As Chris is in then, I believe he is doing a 2-stop there, so that moves us up into 9th position. So yeah, we're catching ABS Fan here. We've got Ben next to the road, who is also on hard tyres. I think he did soft hard maybe. I'm not sure about that, so he's on older tyres than us, I would think. We've got a good run here then on ABS Fan. He went to the inside, so we're just going to run it around the outside this time, and through we go then and into 8th position. So yeah, it's not turning into too bad a race for us here, and we've still got a good chance, I would think, with 14 laps to go, of still recovering some more positions here. As yeah, we've really caught up to Ben here. He also had a 3-second penalty, so it was always looking quite good for us to overtake him here, but we will hopefully get it done here on the track, because it looks like we've got more pace at this point then. And once again then, it's looking like it's going to be another turn 4 overtake here. It seemed that it just worked for us to just set him up down the pit straight, sort of just close up a bit with the DRS, and then just get a good run through the first few corners, and then finally complete the move into turn 4 with the second boost of DRS there. On to lap 31 now then, where we're 2.5 seconds behind Amazed here. We still possibly have a chance of catching them up, but yeah, we weren't really closing in enough, I don't think. But now we may have a chance, because the safety car is out with only 5 laps to go this season. And yeah, we're sitting in a pit here then. Obviously we have that fresh set of soft tyres here saved from qualifying. Obviously with such a short distance left, it probably won't make much of a difference, but still, it is good to have a fresh set of tyres here. Now then, we've got Liam's in, Amazed, Pingu, someone else who I can't remember is in, but Slapbus and Alex did not come in. I think they may well have missed it. I think it might have been too late for them to come in. So that's going to be very interesting. Then the top 2 have stayed out on their old hard tyres, and you know, everyone else is going over to soft tyres here. And I mean, this all does seem a bit familiar, doesn't it? You know, a safety car coming up with like 6 laps to go with the leaders on old hard tyres, or I guess mediums in this case, but you know, it kind of fits, whatever. We don't have the title fight to worry about in this though, I guess. But yeah, we're going to be back racing then, and it's going to be a very frantic final 2 laps here. We're on soft tyres here. Ben is also on soft tyres. He pitted before the safety car, which is why he's ahead of us now. As we're getting ready to go racing then, and we'll see then how things shake out in these final 2 laps of the season. And yeah, as I say, it's been a very good season, so I think it's fitting really that it's going to just be, you know, flat out racing for these final 2 laps. And yeah, we'll see what we can do then. We've still got a good chance here, I think, of securing some more positions here, as we've got a good run here towards Ben, towards turn 4 here, and we're up the inside. Couldn't quite make it stick there because we sort of lost it a bit on the curb, although he was a little bit slower at turn 5, and we've got a good run now then towards turn 6, and I think we may just have enough here to hold this one. We're on the outside then, and it looks like, well, he's still side by side. We're going to be side by side again into turn 7 here. We'll have the inside line now finally for turn 8, and I think we should have it now. ABS Fan then, he was one of the ones who stayed out here, so we're just going to go for it straight away here then into this next corner, where obviously Hamilton and Albon collided that one time, but thankfully that didn't happen this time, and we're up into 7th position then with just a lap to go here. We've got Pingu up the road there with a penalty, so we may have another chance of gaining a place here. And well, we're definitely going to gain it now then, because he has spun out there on the curb, I think, or it may have been contact with Liam, I'm not sure. But Liam also has a penalty, so that could be another place gain for us. And of course, we've still got Alex and Slapbus, who are on those old medium tyres, who are, you know, just falling back here then. They put up a good fight here, to be fair, but yeah, just the soft tyre runners are starting to finally overcome them in these final few corners here. So it's all going to be very close here to the line. It's going to be very close then, but there's only really one proper corner to go, so it's all going to really happen here then, and then it's just going to be, I guess, the drag to the line. Out of the final corner we come then, and we do actually have a pretty good run here on a maze then, and to the line this could actually be close here. We see the gap here, but he's moved across and into the barrier he goes, and well, we got the move done. we got the position, and we're fourth then in the end after all that, incredibly. And well, a bit of a controversial way to end the season there, but I mean the gap was there, and then I don't know, he seemed to shut the door really. I was partly alongside. Like, I mean, I can see why he'd be annoyed at that, but I mean, you know, I had the run. I mean, it's the final lap of the season. Obviously, I'm going to go for it there. And yeah, I ended up in the wall there for Amazed. We ended up 4th from 14th on the grid. So yeah, not a bad way to end the season at all there for us. As it was, who was it who won the race? It was the Red Bull driver of Astro, I think, who ended up winning that one then on his debut there, with Alex in second and Slapbus in third. I think I got that the right way around there. And yes, it was indeed Astro then who did take the win there. And as I say, I'm pretty sure it was his debut race then today, so not bad for him. He qualified second, ended up dropping down the field at the start, and then still ended up recovering to win. It was almost, yeah, very similar to Callum actually, back in Imola a couple of races ago. Alex in second, Slapbus third. We were in 4th place, ahead of the Ferraris of Liam and Ben. Peanut, ABS Fan, Amazed and Bybin there rounded out the points, and sadly for our teammate there, Levy, he was just 14th in the end. Now then, for some reason in the championship standings, my penalty from Portimao just never got taken off, even though the steward's report said that it had been taken off. I brought it up in the Discord and it just did not get changed despite me bringing it up, but I don't know really what that's about. But I might try and, you know, contact them again before this video goes out. But nonetheless, the standings are on screen, and well, I should be second really, because with those 3 extra points I would be on 160. And the thing is, we both had 1 win, but I've had 2 second places, whereas Alex has only had 1 second place, so we should be level on points, and I should actually be ahead on countback really. So yeah, I don't know what happened. They just apparently just completely missed the fact that I had a penalty taken off in Portimao and just never updated it, and I've just ended up staying in 4th position. I don't even know if it can be changed at this point, but yeah, obviously if you've watched along with this thing, you know that I should be in 2nd place. So yeah, and I mean, it's not like it's for the title or anything, so I guess like 2nd and 3rd doesn't really make much difference. But yeah, a little bit annoying, I'm not going to lie, to not actually be in the correct position there, and for it have actually to decide the position in the championship there. But still, it was a pretty good battle, I thought, between me and Alex for quite a lot of the season really. It was looking quite close between us sort of early on. I remember we had that good fight in Silverstone, and I thought that we were going to be possibly fighting for the championship, but then Limpjet just went on that very strong run, and yeah, that pretty much just ended the title fight right there and then. But yeah, I've just had, you know, a lot of great battles with a lot of people in this league. Obviously Limpjet was a little bit clear of me really, but as I said, we had good battles with Alex, with Liam. We had a good fight with Callum back in Canada. Obviously some other people we've had: Amaze, Slapbus, Chris, Ben, ABS Fan, Peanut, most people in this league, to be fair. My teammate Levy, of course. Yeah, just sorry if I missed anyone, but yeah, we've had a lot of good battles, I thought, with a lot of people in this league. And yeah, as I keep on saying, just really enjoyed it, and I'm already looking forward to season 12. Hopefully we'll be racing with some of the same people next time out, because we do seem to be quite well matched, I think, in terms of, you know, pace and stuff. So yeah, that is it then for this season. Hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, if you did, really appreciate a like on the video. I'm gonna hopefully have an end of season montage coming out soon. I haven't done one of those for a while, but yeah, going to try and do one of those hopefully quite soon. And apart from that, I shall see you then for season 12.